Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, Dr. Bill Tollimer.
Present.
Vice Chair Brittany Lee. Crystal Clark.
Present.
Lisa Ryan.
Present.
Denise Lawrence.
Present.
Jennifer Sullivan. Alexandra Agate.
Present.
And Councilman Jeff Amara.
Here. Well, first and foremost, I just would like to congratulate our Councilman Mayor on your victory. I think it was fabulous. I think it's a victory for certainly our education, but certainly our town, our village, and all the families and people that are here. We appreciate all you put into it, and really wanted to say thanks for all you've done, Jeff. And it helped us to bring this to fruition in our people, and good things are coming here, and that's one of the best things. So we'd like a little victory, just kind of.
Well, that was the main. I mean, that was my main point for sticking around. We're doing some really, really good things here, and I want to see them kind of go a little bit further before I turn over the reins to somebody else.
I don't know. Your wife told me she really didn't want you at home that long, so I think that was another reason.
Well, that was another reason.
Making
We
sure
weren't supposed
that
to
you
share
were
that publicly, though. That's,
All right, so there is no presentation tonight of school, so we're going to go ahead and move to, Valerie, if you'd like to get your piece up and moving. This is a great thing to do, a nice partnership, so we're looking forward to hearing.
So good evening. Thank you for having us again this month. We are in March. It's hard to believe that we're almost 3/4 of the way through. Spring break actually is the middle point between the third 9 weeks and the fourth 9 weeks for our secondary schools, and we've already started the third trimester in elementary schools. So we're near the end of the school year, and it's been quite a year. But as you know, little by little, the year is getting a little bit more, as we know, as normal, the new normal, as in past years. So that's a good thing. That's a good sign. So tonight, I do have our team here with us, and tonight they are going to be presenting with me as we had originally planned, although I am in person as well. I would like to welcome Mrs. Wetzel, our secondary instructional superintendent, supporting the Village of Royal Palm Beach Secondary Schools, and Ms. Vivian Green, our elementary instructional superintendent, supporting our elementary schools here in the village. So tonight's agenda includes a bit more than our typical celebration of the great things that are happening in your schools and your village. Tonight I also bring two pieces of information. One of those is the temporary schools, we call them basically schools on wheels, that the Crestwood Middle School will be assisting us in hosting. We're going to get that later on in the presentation. And then the other piece is that we wanted to give you a quick view as to where we are academically based on our mid-year check of what we call the winter diagnostics, just to see how the schools in the Village of Royal Palm are performing. So of course we're going to, and of course we'd like to thank Ms. Andrews, who's here every single month supporting the work that we do here in the village, as well as our administrators from several schools from the village. Of course, there's going to be one more month, our next meeting in May, in which I will give you the COVID update, but moving forward for next year for FY23, we are taking that slide down, okay? But we need to finish out what we've started from the beginning of the year. And so the COVID update as of March 10th, total number of cases, 13,000.
yeah, we're not.
You can't. Okay. Interesting.
It's up there, though, right?
Let me see. Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Let's roll.
All right.
Can you see it now?
We can listen.
Well, but it's not going to be the same when you see you're not going to be able to see the data. So I think that we should probably try and
So you can fix
figure it out. Yes.
Alexander, let's work your magic. Come on, this is your generation. Come on now.
No pressure.
Do you actually want me to help?
I'm still trying to change the
Take a look at
three-channel
it.
station, right?
It would be under display
Yeah, you're
settings,
that-
I would imagine. I'm not sure if I did. Because I try to move. What happens is that I try to move the piece that is asking me or telling me who's virtual away from the slide deck so I can see what I'm talking about. Because it pops right on top of it. But okay, so I'm going to show my screen. And here we go, folks.
All right.
There we go.
Yep.
We want to make sure you're able to see the data, of course. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, mic is back on. Okay. All right, so COVID cases, total cases of 13,238, employees 2,228, and students 11,010. Now it's time to celebrate our schools. Cypress Trails Elementary School. We're going to start with that. So Ms. Vivian Green, if I could have Ms. Vivian Green come on up, and so that we can help showcase our elementary schools.
Good evening, everyone. It is truly a pleasure to recognize the wonderful elementary schools that we have in the village, starting first with Cypress Trails Elementary School, where Mr. Bruce Salter is the principal. Cypress Trails recently celebrated their SECME team that participated in the annual SECME Olympiad on March 5th. And the principal, as well as the team, would like to recognize the teachers, Mrs. Monticello and Mr. Ruggiero, for their inspiring and scientific thinking and ingenuity in encouraging and supporting their team. Thank you, Valerie. You gonna click for me? Thank you. Okay, Cypress Trails. Also, all the students at Cypress Trails have had an opportunity to participate in 2 learning programs at school from Lion Country Safari this year. That's one of their business partners. Now they are attending field trips for an additional program on site and the opportunity to enrich their learning of the Florida science standards. H.L. Johnson Elementary School. If you'll notice, Mrs. Amato is not here this evening because tomorrow she will be defending her doctoral dissertation, and the next time we see her, she will be Dr. Amato. So hats off. That's a celebration she didn't include, but I'm including it for her. At H.L. Johnson Elementary, they are really, really excited for their green team is working extremely hard. This involves all 3 of H.L. Johnson's initiatives, and of course their vision of STEAM, the Cambridge, and a green school of excellence. The primary team harvested their first crop of lettuce from their hydroponic system. This makes our hearts and bellies full to see every single student excited to eat the lettuce that they worked so hard to grow. The intermediate team harvested corn from the garden. The cobs were small but tasted sweet and delicious. The team also planted in place sunflowers to replace the corn, and started mini sunflowers, zucchini, summer squash, and green beans in the garden beds. H.L. Johnson Elementary School also Their safety patrols recently spent a day at SeaWorld, and it was a perfect day with tons of fun. They also celebrated kindness and that it's wonderful to be unique. And again, H.L. Johnson also celebrated their 16-member SECME team as well. So hats off to our team, our teachers, and our students, and our families of H.L. Johnson Elementary School. Royal Palm Beach Elementary School, home of the Bobcats, where Mrs. Tracy Getty is the principal. Royal Palm Beach Elementary School Bobcats recently participated in the Jump Rope for Heart on February 14th, and they raised $2,500 for the American Heart Association. Hats off to our students and our families of Royal Palm Beach Elementary. Also at Royal Palm Beach Elementary School, the Bobcats celebrated Dr. Seuss Week. And that special little student in the middle, that's my nephew. Just thought I'd put that in there. With a special literacy spirit days all week. So hats off to Royal Palm Beach Elementary and all of the hard work that they are doing there as well. As Mrs. Haynes has shared with you, we also would like to provide you with an update on our academic performance thus far this year as measured using our winter diagnostic exam. So this evening, we're just going to share just a snippet of a brief comparison of our students' performance on the FSA in FY21 and their recent performance on our diagnostic test for FY22. And we are very proud to report that when looking at our most recent winter diagnostic data, 100% of our elementary schools improved in ELA when comparing their FY21 FSA with their FY22 diagnostic data. We're also pleased to report that 100% of our elementary schools improved in math when comparing our performance on FSA, FY21 with our FY22 diagnostic data. In science, 67% of our elementary schools improved. We still have room to grow in all of these areas, and one of the reasons why we are so proud of our student performance is that all of the standards have not been taught as of yet. And so we're comparing their current performance with last year's performance on assessments that had been taught. So our students are demonstrating growth, and that is, for that we are exceptionally proud of the work that our teachers, the work that our students, our school communities are doing. In the village in our elementary schools, we also are offering our students academic tutoring before, during, and after school. Some of the tutoring has already started at most schools, and at H.L. Johnson, I know that they are initiating tutoring immediately following the spring break. Also, to keep our students encouraged in the elementary schools, there are several incentives that our principals and teachers have going to continue to keep our students motivated and with that drive to continue moving forward.
So this is fabulous, right? Of course, it's nicely done. We know the math. There's an issue, right? Everybody knows that. That's one of the pieces. Where do you think we're going to see this? Is it going to be the next phase when they move on, or where do you think you're going to be able to? I don't say catch up, but at least remediate to some things. Tell me your thoughts on that.
So, based on my experience as a former principal and teacher, and based on the current seat that I sit in, we noticed even nationally, because it was reported that that we saw a great loss in math. But believe it or not, I think that we're going to see that we're able to close that gap a whole lot faster than we are one that's for literacy. So I think that when we receive our upcoming data for this year, I'm feeling really hopeful that we will see that gap will close. It will close. And I've shared that information with our principals as well as a focus area that we can accelerate the math a little faster. And we will see that the math, those gaps, once those concepts are taught, one of the reasons why many of our students did not perform as well in the spring was because of the way we had the distance learning, for one, impacted that. So children had gaps in the way the concepts were taught, where now they're in class and they're able to make connections that, although I must say we're very fortunate that our students had an opportunity to learn through distance learning, right? So we're very, very fortunate. We're very fortunate that all of our students had access to that technology, and we're very fortunate that our students had access to the internet. But there's just something special about being inside of that school building and being able to connect with the teacher and to connect with their peers.
So, Ms. Green, do you think the closure of gap at elementaries, because their ability to absorb and really the process, then you get to the middle school, then you get to the high school, right, where they in the distance. You think you'll see that same ability to close that gap in all three of those areas, or?
I think we'll see the gap closing, but of course it's just like with a baby, right? We learn so much in those first few developmental years. We learn more in the first 6 years, they say, than you'll learn in your entire life. So of course the gap maybe won't close as fast, but I do anticipate and believe that the gap will close.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
And also, I wanted to share, in addition to that, is that we're offering acceleration for our students in math. Every single one of your elementary schools in the village of Royal Palm offers the accelerated math program, starting with AMP3. And I'm very proud to say that, because not every school in the district offers that type of program, but all of the elementary schools in the village of Royal Palm offer it. So that also works on accelerating those students that are able to and that have the potential to do so. And now, Mrs.
And I'll
Wetzel.
actually just add one more thing
Please.
to that too. When you think, and when we get to the math scores, you'll see. But in the secondary schools, all the students actually have access to 24/7 tutoring with a company called Paper. So kids can actually log on and get more of like a Socratic seminar way of tutoring. We should ask Alex have you accessed that yet?
I actually have not used it because
Okay, that's your homework.
it's senior year, you know.
All right, so that's your homework. Though you access that by the next
Wow.
time we come.
And you even said that out loud.
I know,
I'm-
but
Wow.
This is our last meeting, but so
Holy cow.
like we've had some that haven't had that great experience with it. It's because you have to put your time in, right? It's not something that you know
right,
that.
it's not, and sometimes kids think they can
Right.
log on and get an
Right.
answer right away, but the
Yeah.
tutors really are trained in trying to get them to learn and dig for that answer a little
Yeah.
bit. But that is it's an opportunity that they can actually access during class. They can access it at night. So if they're stuck on something, there is a way to get some
So
additional
you're feeling
help.
about Math Nation as a video parameter which with to teach. I hear a lot of both sides, because it's some kids have to see the work the problem and do it. Video teaching, what is your diagnostic been about that video-based piece of math teaching?
Well, Math Nation is a combination of a lot of things.
Right.
It's not just video teaching. So, the bottom line is this. We're going to all see growth in math this year because we have kids in front of us, then we're not teaching ceiling fans, right? We have kids that are getting an input that is kinesthetic, that is auditory, and that is visual. You have a teacher that's able to monitor that instruction and be able to see exactly what they're doing at all times. Just by the nature of that piece, I know we're going to see growth. So,
And we're able
Growth.
to hit all modalities of learning and not just the
Yeah,
first
that's what I
one.
was asking.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
right,
could I just ask a question? What was the name of the program that provides virtual
paper.
Paper.
And who is actually doing the in-person tutoring? I heard you mention that
So there is in-person tutoring at the schools, and it's typically the teachers in the building that stay after school and do the tutoring.
All right. Great.
But in addition to that, this program that has been purchased by our district for all of students in secondary schools have access to it. And it teaches it's every single course that you can imagine in several different languages.
Well, I can tell you, just from my own experience 100 years ago, walking out of the classroom thinking you know how to do something, especially in math,
Right.
and then to find out when you sat down to do the homework, you drew a blank. It would have been wonderful to have had a tool like that.
Right,
So
right. Especially for pre-calculus, calculus, physics, like the higher.
that's what
Right.
I'm talking about exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, great.
All right, so we'll jump in and talk a little bit about Crestwood Middle School, and Dr. Stephanie Nance is the wonderful principal that's there. So just a few highlights from this past month that Crestwood saluted and celebrated its outstanding and award-winning school counselors. So in that photo you see Maria Patino, Dina Deavy, and Lisa Hutchins during National School Counseling Week. And then Crestwood actually had the opportunity to do a dance. So think about those middle school kids that have been finally having that opportunity to get together. They had over 200 Eagles come out to celebrate Valentine's Day. Really quite the event and quite the success. And then the Eagle Band earned straight superior ratings at the State Music Performance Assessment. So congratulations on that, because that is a super big deal. All right, and then our other secondary school in our village is Royal Palm Beach High School. And you can see there in that first photograph where we had a Black History Month celebration with a taste of culture. And I have a feeling that looks like our own Dr. Andrews that was there celebrating. How exciting. So that was quite an event. And we had a really good time out in the lunches in the courtyard. There were a lot of really good things going on there. I actually got to come to that too, but you didn't take my picture. I'm just kidding.
Ms. Clark, is that you in there also? I thought you were, okay, I thought you were up there on the right.
And then our next slide that you're going to see is our DECA students, and there's 2 students that qualified to move on to the International Convention next month in Atlanta. So we have Sammy Bruno and Brianna Genova. Sammy took 5th place in quick service restaurant management, and Brianna took 2nd place in food marketing. Just a really, really exciting event. And then in our next slide, we take a look here. We see our Wildcat Super 4 wrestlers that advanced to the regionals. Sophomore and first-year wrestler Dwayne Shaw, who pinned his way to a district title and improved his personal record to 23 wins and only 5 losses for the season. Quite a big deal. Joining him are Marvin Charles and Jaden Jones, who finished as runners-up, and Efrain Gonzalez with a 4th-place finish. And then we included a few little things in here. So if you don't follow the principal on Twitter, there's that opportunity to be able to do that. She's got her Principal All-A Honor Roll celebration up there for you. And then the next one, talk about seniors, right? So we have the Val and Sal T-shirts made for them. Really exciting event there in the principal's conference room. And then the group photo that was happening, I want to say that just happened yesterday, right? So that was pretty cool too. So I love that group photo with the seniors. It's such a great event. And then, of course, we're looking forward to that graduation day at the South Florida Fairgrounds. Mark your calendars, May 23rd, 2022 at 6 p.m. We can celebrate our seniors. All right, and we can take a little bit, a snapshot of the data for our secondary schools, both Crestwood and Royal Palm that are on here. And what you're able to note on here is that 100% of our secondary schools improved in ELA when comparing the 21 FSA to the 22 diagnostic data. And again, it's the same thing like Mrs. Green said, all those standards aren't taught yet. So making an improvement now is actually really exciting because we know we're going to make even more of an improvement when we get to the end of the road. Mathematics, you can see that there are improvements there too. And again, not all of the instruction has happened. So we've got some really good gains that are coming in that direction, especially out of Royal Palm Beach High School. And then you take a look in science. We have a gain for Royal Palm Beach High School and a dip there for Crestwood Middle School. And then you can see Crestwood has made significant gains in the area of civics. There are a variety of next steps for the secondary schools. One of them is obviously using paper, so there's access to that tutoring piece. Really that continuation of professional learning teams that the teachers get together and be able to collectively plan standards-based instruction and be able to see what student work looks like in each other's classrooms. Really focusing on that in-class remediation. So tutoring after school is good, and that's one thing, but you can't always get people to stay. So it's really important that you take care of some of that remediation during the school day with those secondary benchmarks, using your data to say what else do the kids need to be shored up on making sure you spend a part of your class time in there. And then there'll be some in-school boot camps and things like that as we move forward too.
Can I jump in and ask a question?
Sure.
The data that was shown showed the category of civics, but there wasn't any data for high school.
Right, there is a U.S. history, but it did not, right, it's a U.S. history data strand for high school, and the midterm exam data did not get placed on here. And I could not quote that to you off the top of my head.
It's one of my favorite topics.
Next time I won't make that.
I'm just saying. Thank you.
Okay, and for this piece that I mentioned to you at the very beginning, I would like to invite, there he is, Mr. James Farrell, and he is here from, he's a senior project manager, senior project administrator, I should say, for this project for the temporary schools that are going to be placed on the campus of Crestwood Middle School. But before we get started, I do want to share, first of all, a big thanks to Dr. Nance for being so collaborative and working so well. This past year, it's been a year that she has been able to plan with currently the principal of Malaluka Elementary School, which is Dr. Maupin, and together they've been working on a plan that is going to work for both schools. How I would like and how I really would like for us to see this is from the lens of an opportunity for Crestwood Middle School. We want to be able to expose our younger students that typically wouldn't access Crestwood Middle School as a possibility for middle school, to be able to access middle school, to be an Eagle and a Crestwood Eagle in their future as they finish the elementary years. That could help us in the enrollment over at Crestwood Middle School, and it could also help us, given, right now we're still working on the Cambridge Academy to get approval to start that, but that will be a great opportunity to bring students from outside of the Village of Royal Palm Beach community to be able to access that program, increase enrollment, and bring some of our best and brightest from Malaluka as well as Winbrook Elementary to be able to complement the current enrollment at Crestwood Middle School. So that is the way that we are really looking this to be a positive impact on Crestwood Middle School. But I would also like to be able to share with you what would be the impact for the Village of Royal Palm. Did I say Wellington before? I said no. Village of Royal Palm. Okay. The Village of Royal Palm Beach, I want you to be aware
I
of
would
what...
have pointed that out.
I pointed myself out on that one for a minute. I thought it fell out of my mouth. I'm like, no. So for the Village of Royal Palm Beach, I want for us to be able to share with you what the impact, if any, would be to the community, because that too is important to us. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Farrell, and he is going to share the plan.
Thank you very much. What I'd like to first say is this is not something unique to our district. We actually 3 years ago did the same exact concept for Addison Meisner Elementary School, and then moving on to Verde Elementary School. And that school was built 3 years ago, and then this past year when the school started, that school was then taken down. As a matter of fact, those modulars that were used at that school, we will be reutilizing here on this campus. So on the plan that you're seeing in front of you, that's an overall view of Crestwood Middle School, showing in color where the holding school will actually be placed. So it's going to be on the southwest corner of the property. It's actually an old maintenance facility yard that we utilized. So we're able to put the modulars all on there. And if you can see, there's 3 structures in Crestwood Middle School. There are 3 different pods that will be utilizing 11 classrooms in the school as well. So you can see the bus loop, and the bus loop will drop right into the holding school. Now, to give you an idea, I spoke with transportation, and Crestwood Middle School currently has 10 buses a day in the morning and 8 buses a day in the afternoon that come. Malaluka will have 100% of their students eligible for transportation because they're outside of the 2 miles for the school. So that doesn't mean every child will use the transportation, but we had a community meeting last week, and we encouraged all of our families to utilize that transportation because of the distance for them. So if all of our students use it, transportation would have to provide a total of 12 buses in the morning, so only an additional 2 buses, and then 11 buses in the afternoon, so an additional 3 buses in the afternoon. Now also remember that the schools don't overlap in time, so 7:30 in the morning they'll get dropped off for elementary school. I'm assuming 8:30 in the morning or so they'll be dropped off for middle school. But from a congestion standpoint, it's no different than what Crestwood sees now when it's getting dropped off, at the time. Yep.
Tracy, because your people come that way, a lot of parents come that way, coming down Crestwood. Is it going to impact you at all? Mhm. Right, but that traffic you won't see, your parents won't have that issue. Right. Okay. Okay, great.
Now moving to our next slide.
Can I, since we're talking traffic, and that is one of the challenges, obviously, everybody's got it. My question has to do with when you took a look at the impact on the traffic, did you also consider Cypress Trail? I mean, we only have a limited road network there, and I'm wondering whether while it might be slight, only looking at Crestwood Middle School, what about when you throw it into the big picture, which includes Cypress Trail as well? Did you look at that?
From a traffic standpoint, I mean, we had a discussion that we're going to talk to our transportation to try to have all of the buses come off of Crestwood Boulevard onto Sparrow. So if they're coming that way to Crestwood, we're hoping that would alleviate some of the congestion as well. Obviously, transportation has to deal with all of their routes, but there's going to be one of 2 ways for these buses to get to Crestwood. It's going to be obviously Royal Palm Beach Boulevard to Sparrow or Crestwood to Sparrow. I would hope and think that the easier route would actually be Crestwood, which I think would help with that congestion that you'd be concerned about.
But of course, when school is in, the traffic on our roads, it looks very different from when it's not. And so we're talking about adding substantially to, and the hope is the buses will
Absolutely.
mitigate that.
We are encouraging all of our families to take advantage of that.
How did it work in the other schools that you did?
I was not involved in those, but those schools.
I did ask because I have been working with the South Region regional superintendent as well to find out about some of, did they have any challenges with both Addison Meisner and Verdi? And according to Dr. Lagat, it appeared that they didn't have those challenges. Now, the difference is that, which is different for us, is that we have an 8-mile difference, meaning from Malaluca to Crestwood, it's 8 miles, whereas their temporary site was placed about 4 to 5 miles away from the school that was being built. So the difference is about 4 miles, but they did not feel an impact.
Okay. How long is this going to be in place?
So the actual holding school, I have a version up there now that shows the entire. So Malaluca will start school 2023 this August. Malaluca will start on the campus, and then Winbrook will follow the following school year. So as you can see the version in front of you, all of the purple modulars are going to be utilized for primary classrooms, normally K through 3, whereas the classrooms over in Crestwood will be utilized for the upper grades, 4th and 5th grade. The tan buildings, as you can see, will be utilized for administration, along with cafeteria and dining. The school will also have its own single point of entry that is right by the administration area. So Crestwood and Malaluca will both have their own single point of entries. So they will occupy one campus together, but they will be run as 2 separate schools.
Is there a gymnasium, James, they're sharing 2, or how does that work?
I know Dr. Nance and Dr. Mop has talked about it, but typically there isn't a gymnasium for elementary school. We have provided green space. On the screen, as you can see, there's green space just to the west and just to the east of the holding school. So for the younger kids, they'll have their own play areas. Okay. I wouldn't suspect they would use the gymnasium. Any other questions?
The security piece, the fences are all around, right? So what is going to be the security piece here so we know?
Well, Malaluka will have their own school police, their school resource officer, so they will have a police officer on campus.
No, I mean as far as the structural piece of the fence around.
Oh yeah, the entire holding school will have its own, single point of entry, fences.
Mm-hmm.
It will operate totally as a separate
Same.
campus.
Yep. Great.
Absolutely.
How many kids?
Currently at Malaluka, I believe the enrollment is 610.
610 new students.
610 students are currently enrolled at Malaluka, with the expectation of them coming next year.
Okay. And can you explain how it works, how they might be integrated with the Crestwood students? Or like, are
Well,
there
the
programs
pods
where
that
they
you
would
see on the screen are a total separate area for Crestwood. Like, there will be its own dedicated bathroom for those students. The majority of the entrance into those classrooms will happen actually, if you look at the dark colored structure that wraps around the bus loop, that's the canopy going into that area. Those classrooms have doors going into them, and speaking to Dr. Maupin, there'll be dual classes that'll work together, so those students will be entering in from that area. So they'll be totally separated from the middle schoolers. Now, I know Dr. Maupin and Dr. Nance have talked about joint ventures and things like that with the students, which I think is a phenomenal opportunity for our fifth graders to get ready for the next school year.
You mentioned earlier that this could be a feeder situation for Crestwood. How do you see that working? Because they're already coming onto that property, that they'll feel more comfortable going to Crestwood, or Crestwood would be their school?
No, Crestwood would not be their school by feeder pattern. It is a great opportunity for them to feel at home because they've been at Crestwood for a year, that they might be more up to applying for a choice program that will, have them return back to Crestwood, but as a student of Crestwood Middle School. So we were looking at it from that marketing tool to increase
Will
enrollment.
the buses do the same thing again, then, Valerie?
No.
No.
Yes, actually they would. If it's a choice program, they can get a bus.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me via my email. As you discuss this, as you process what this project is going to look like, please feel free to email me any questions that you have. If I don't have that answer right away, then I will certainly bring them all back in May, and so that I can or if folks that are listening from home, if they have questions and you gather those questions, please let us have those questions, so then in May we can debrief and provide some of those answers for you.
What's the communication plan, Val, so the community knows, like when these are kind of rolled out, that kind of thing? Explain that real quick, please.
So we started first with Malaluka because they're actually the most being impacted by this. So the teachers have been made aware about a month ago or so. Parents were just made aware about a week ago when they had their meeting. And then I know Dr. Nance already shared the information with their teachers over at Crestwood Middle. So the next phase in the plan is to alert the village. We wanted to start with you first, and then alert the parents of Crestwood Middle School next. So we're kind of following a run of show that it's in phases.
And it's a 2-year commitment, correct?
2-year commitment.
One school, then the other school, and then we'll finish then, right?
Then we're done.
And then everything moves back out, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And on behalf of Central Region, we really do want to thank you for opening the doors and allowing others to come in and really be able to share the campus of Crestwood Middle School. I do want to tell you that this was not an easy decision made by the district. This was the decision was made about almost 2 years ago. There were 3 different options, and this option was just made the most sense across the board, financially, as well as what may be best for students in the end also, on both sides. And then also as a marketing type of approach to be able to help increase the enrollment at Crestwood Middle School.
So from our perspective, Valerie, this is great collaboration. This is people that are thinking, using resources. This has already been done. It's just traffic is a minor inconvenience to a lot of people, as we well know. Dr. Nance, I appreciate your vision here and you kind of taking this in, and that's a whole nother headache on you that can or cannot be. But listen, this is what you guys are supposed to be doing. This is a real good use of resources. And if you as a citizen don't understand what this is and the marketing pieces and the bigger picture, please ask somebody because it's a really smart plan and it's done well and you're putting the communication out. And that's why we want to be able to help you make sure you get this out. So thank you and thank you as well, Jane. And Dr. Nance, thank you for your offering and making this happen because I know it's a lot more on you. So, this is a good decision for you guys and how we can support you. Let us know. Okay?
Thank you, and thank you for that. And the last slide, if we don't have any questions, but I'm here, is, the quote is just on point. When schools, families, and community groups work together to support learning, children tend to do better in school, stay in school longer, and like school more. And what a great way, and what a way that Crestwood Middle School is showing that by opening their doors to younger children, Melaleuca, and then Winbrook right after. I do want to tell you a little bit, if you don't mind, about the two schools that are going to be sharing the grounds of Crestwood Middle School. Melaleuca Elementary School, the students, majority of the students are in and have been in dual language programming, Spanish, English, since kindergarten. They also have a deaf, hard, and hearing program, which there's only a few students, but they're very proud of housing and educating students with that disability. We are very happy. First of all, Dr. Maupin has been the principal of Melaleuca. Now this is her 10th or 11th year. I could be incorrect. But she is a wealth of knowledge that I think that she, working with Dr. Nance, is going to be and has already been a great partnership of collaboration. And for the younger students to be able to work with, I want to say that the younger, but the fifth graders, a great bridge with our middle schoolers. I know that they're looking at different projects. One of the programs that they have over at Melaleuca that would also benefit Crestwood Middle School is global education. And so they have collaboration with the past 2 years, they have been working in partnership with teachers in Ecuador. And so, and they do a lot of this work through, now we're good at it, right? The Google Meet and Zoom and everything else. So what a great way to be able to share some of that collaboration with Crestwood Middle so that we can have that positive impact. Right behind Winbrook, or right behind comes Winbrook. Well, Winbrook has been an A-rated school, highest performing elementary school now for about 10 years. So we have some really, really high performing students at both schools. But the unique piece around Melaleuca is the dual language and the students that are coming in, as well as in Winbrook with really high achieving students as well. So I wanted to make sure that you were aware of the wonderful children that Crestwood Middle School is going to have the opportunity to host for 1 year each. So we're very proud of them.
And their Title I still follows, everything's still the same, right? Everything's the same,
Everything
right?
is still the same, and the schools will be separate. You have Crestwood Middle School. It's not a K-8.
Right, not a
Crestwood
K
Middle
through 8,
School,
right, yeah.
Melaleuca, they have their own funding, they have their own school police officer, they have their own transportation, they have their own office. It's two schools that are just adjacent to each other on the same grounds.
Yeah, you put a K through 8, and now I'm not sure we're going to see Dr. Nance. She may be on vacation somewhere. Any questions, anybody? For the program or anything? I really appreciate you guys bringing it forward, and anything we support you, I think it's fabulous. Congrats. Congrats.
And now I am going to invite Ms. Andrews.
She's getting ready for the St. Patrick's Day green. I like this, Dr. Andrews.
And good afternoon to everyone, to the Royal Palm Beach Educational Advisory Board, Chair Thelma. I bring you greetings from our Superintendent Mike Burke, and the entire team. Welcome to spring, St. Patrick's Day, spring break, all the good things that are happening, and the hot weather, although we are going to get a few little cold days, I guess, cool days this weekend, maybe one. Congratulations to our friend, our wonderful education liaison person, Jeff Hamera. You have made a difference here in the village of Royal Palm Beach when it comes to education for all of our children in our schools. And I'm so excited for you and in your win, and that you continue to work for us to make Royal Palm Beach education as well as the community the best it can be. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'm happy to be here this evening to hear all the great news from our administrators, our principals who are standing here and sitting here talking to us today about our improvement, our academic improvement. You know, We're still in the pandemic. You hear me tell you about this each month. And there's so much still unfinished learning. I'm happy to hear that we are doing better as it relates to learning and growing. Our diagnostic testing does show growth. But there's still a lot of unfinished learning that our children are needing to do with support. That's why paper, that's why tutoring, just working together with the students and understanding that they've been through a lot, 2 years of a pandemic mode of virtual learning, being outside of their teacher, working on a computer. So it's going to take a while for our children to be able to get back to where they were, but we see a lot of improvement, and I'm so happy for that. And I'm also happy to say that I appreciate all the work that the team does each and every day at the school centers. It really starts in the classroom with the teachers, our principals, our cafeteria workers, our bus drivers. Everybody's been working together to get us back to normal. We are getting there, everybody, and you see the numbers about COVID, but I'm hoping that COVID slide will be down soon, Ms. Haynes, as we move forward. And our children, with masks being optional, it's a choice now. Children, some still decide they want to wear a mask, some decide they don't. But hopefully we're going to be getting away from all of that. We're still looking at precautions and keeping the school clean. I have been in two District 6 Royal Palm Beach schools over the last few days, and I noticed the custodians and everybody keeping the place clean. But I have 41 schools that I work with in District 6, and I see that we're still abiding by trying to make sure it's a safe environment, it's clean, it's conducive to the best learning possible, to have the best atmosphere for our children. Yesterday I had an opportunity to go to H.L. Johnson Elementary School. Thank you, Ms. Green, for being with me. And I've begun to be a traffic person over the last few years, because with the pandemic, a lot of our parents are driving. And when we talk about the new school coming to Crestwood, thank you so much, Dr. Nance, I can take you back a bit, where Wellington Landings was a portable school as we were beginning to build out in Wellington many years ago. And right there on that spot, we had the elementary and middle school on those grounds with the middle school. So it's been done right here in District 6. Recently, we're talking about Boca, but we did it right here. It was real successful. So it has been done. It's a great partnership, and it makes a difference, because we've got to build the new schools. We've got to have the facilities equipped and ready to go for our children. And we cannot stop the learning process. And so we have to collaborate together, Dr. Nance, and work together. So at H.L. Johnson on yesterday, we have about 300 cars coming in each morning. And the parents are so wonderful. They have maneuvered the traffic, the pattern very well, and you have to be patient. You really have to be patient when maybe there's only one way in and one way out, and safety is an issue too. I know everybody would like to come in any way they want to, but when you're talking about keeping the children safe, you've got to make those entryways, one way in, one way out, very compatible, because you're going to have accidents. You're going to have children getting hit by cars. You're going to have all kinds of things in order to save a minute. So I was pretty impressed with the parents at H.L. Johnson Elementary School, that they have it pat down, and they can do it within 30 minutes. I was up there at about 7:20, and about 8 o'clock it was done. Now, if you get up late, then you're in a line, and you have to stay a little later. We know that with Wellington. But if you're on time, that's right, if you get on up and get in there, it works. And we had the team from the sheriff's office with us. We had the region office. We had Ms. Amato, who's now going to be Dr. Amato, was out there saying, Ms. Andrews, guess what? Our parents are wonderful. They've been doing this. We've made the tweaks to make it easy for them, and it certainly works. And we are looking at a few other things. I sent you an email, Commissioner Hamera, about some of the things we're doing. Crossing guards are critical. And I know that they're looking to get a few more crossing guards for H.L. Johnson. And when we think about the new schools that are coming in here working with Crestwood, we're going to make sure that we have safety, we have crossing guards, We have everything that we need to do to make sure that the process moves smoothly, getting kids into school and out of school safely, having police officers in place, all of those things that help us be safe. We're going to be working surely to make sure that that continues. So I loved it being over at H.L. Johnson on yesterday, and we're going to meet a little bit more as we tweak and fine-tune things to help the parents who may want to take shortcuts understand that, we want to do it correctly so that everyone can be safe. And it's all in how you approach the parents, even though they say, well, I really want to go to the park and park so I can take a shortcut here and there. And we tell them, there are walkers coming too. So if you're going to cut through here, you may hit a student, and we don't want anyone to be hurt. So that process has been ongoing at H.L. Johnson. They're doing a great job, and it was my pleasure to be with them on yesterday. But today I had an opportunity to be at Royal Palm Beach High School. Ms. Flemings, it was wonderful. And Lisa, you are so awesome. I knew you were always awesome, but you were awesome today. They said, Ms. Andrews, we had an issue here yesterday, and we want you to come and just sit down and talk to the principal. I said, no, I'm coming in today, and I want to be with you. I want to be able to see the school. I want to walk the halls. I want to get a walkie-talkie. I used to be a principal and assistant principal back in the day. So I know the ropes. I had my tennis shoes on today, and it was a pleasure to be, and a walkie-talkie. But that's what we do. We have to move with the students. We have to get to know the students. The issue that happened at the school on yesterday when we had some children who were out of order, and I talked about this at the meetings each month, that we still have students who have emotional and mental anxiety from this pandemic and even before the pandemic. And what we have to do is identify those students early. That's the goal, to identify them and provide the help that they need before they take actions into their own hands by fighting or doing something outside of school and breaking the law, or just figuring out they have the answer. We have to let them know that we can support them and we can help them get the right answers before they get in trouble. So we had a fight over at the school yesterday, but I told the media, as I'm telling you tonight, I recognize fights. I was a teacher and a principal, and so it happens. It happens all over the country, everywhere. And we have to be ready to address the issues. We have to investigate first. So you don't have an answer at the very beginning, but you've got to talk to the two people or people who are involved in the altercations. You've got to figure out how it started. There's usually going to be some consequences when you don't follow rules. That's for all of us, adults sitting here, children in general. If you don't do what's right, things do happen. I guess my biggest approach is to be proactive early on when we know our children and we know our neighborhoods, and we have to kind of get out into the neighborhoods. One of the things I did back in the day is I got to know my neighborhoods very well, and I try to know the neighborhoods in District 6, and I think I know them pretty well. I've just been connected to the east part of Okeechobee Road and the new drawings of the lines. I did not have the eastern part of Okeechobee. I had State Road 7 and back. But with the new drawings of the enrollments across Palm Beach County, I'm now moving east all the way to Benoist Farms, almost to Haverhill. And I'm picking up 2 additional schools, so you're going to see me out in the community, reaching the parents, talking to them, and letting them know that I am their school board member and how I can help. And I think when we see children who are having difficulty, we've got to help them. But what I saw today at Royal Palm Beach with my walkie-talkie and my tennis shoes and all were beautiful children having a good day. We did have some extra staff there today because when something happens, you have to do that. You have to beef up and figure out where there may be some openings that you have to do something different.
Let me stop you there a second, because I want you to bring this message back to the board.
Okay.
113 million people visited the state of Florida last year. The people moving in here are coming in droves.
Absolutely.
The police are pulling officers off these schools daily. So the ability to have at least 2 in these high schools to create the relationships that you're talking about becomes difficult. And what happens is if they don't know the kids, they don't know what's going on. Wellington, they brought a therapy dog.
Yes.
And the therapy dog came through. Guess what everybody else thought it was right away? All the guilty people are like, is that a drug dog? You just told me that you're a little interested in this, aren't you? But there's a piece here that the campus police are doing a really, really good job. But
Absolutely.
with the thing you brokered with the PBSO,
Yes.
but they're pulling them so much that they can't even establish the relationships there. And when things happen, when I don't know what's going on. So if you would bring that message back, I see it daily. I'm sure that Michelle saw the same thing, and she's trying to do some things there that are very, very positive. And listen, they happen at every school.
Absolutely.
And so let's, but at least let's get the piece in there to bring the relationship side and not the heavy hand down. Because I want to
Absolutely.
let you know we have scholarships we're going through today. 25 of these, let me tell you something. The biggest challenge, what they're supposed to address, 99.9% said the mental anguish of this particular pandemic.
Absolutely.
And so it is real, and it is. And Dr. Nance came last month and gave us a big piece about how they're doing emotional learning and those
That's
kind of pieces. And we need this. The metrics are all good, but we need to break them in it and say these kids aren't right. There's things happening.
That's right.
And so if you would share that message with the board that these are pieces that we are seeing the live in they see what's happening here, right? It's not just there; it's everywhere. So if you bring
It's
that back-
everywhere. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. And we're really partnering with the sheriff's office. In fact, at the next board meeting on the 22nd, we're going to have some more offices that we're bringing on from the sheriff's department to help us because we have to work together as a team. We have one therapy dog, but the sheriff's office has 3. And they have a little poodle therapy dog that I saw just the other day. So I said, I want to use that dog too. So we have to have the therapy dogs to help our children who are going through these emotional trials. And we have to talk to their parents because their parents probably are going through some of this emotion too. And the children bring it from home into the school, and when it comes to resolving the conflict, they figure the best way to do it is to fight and to punch somebody or to do what it has to be done. And then it's after the fact that they recognize the consequences come in. And so we have to have more restorative justice programs. We have to have more assistance. And today I saw all of the mental health officials at Royal Palm Beach High School. Some from the district were there. The co-located service professionals for behavior and mental health. It's a big deal, everybody, not just for children, but also for adults. And we have to come together. And if we get to know each other better earlier, we'll be able to identify those who are suffering before they begin to act out. And as a school board member, I get the beat on my phone of everything that happens across the school district of Palm Beach County. And so much is happening in our schools every single day. You saw this piece for Royal Palm, but I'm busy every day. I have 41 schools. I have 6 high schools. So something is happening where kids have made the wrong choice and they act out and they get into this trouble where they have to be arrested and pinned down or taken out of the school and maybe have to be expelled because the behavior was such that it put other children at risk. So when I was there today, I told Lisa and Ms. Fleming, no, I'm not here to sit in the office with you all and just chat. I know what happens on the ground. And when children go to lunch and everybody comes together, that's a lot of kids. You have 3 lunches at most of these big comprehensive high schools. So you could have as many as 500 or 600 kids trying to have a wonderful lunch. We have our student council right here. You know what that's all about, going in there and having a chance to eat and to be social with their friends. And you don't know, in the corner right over here outside the cafeteria, there's something that's brewing because somebody's mad. And they could be mad about what happened last night, nothing to do with Royal Palm Beach. So we have to have the officers absolutely in place. I commend the teachers at Royal Palm Beach High School. They were in place today. They had a system. I love that system, and I was more just like an observer, and I had my walkie-talkie, and I did take a student from guidance to class. So I did some small little things today, but all eyes are always on making sure our students are safe. And as a board member sitting where you sit, I've had the chance to be on the ground on helping to keep children safe all of my life and teaching as an administrator. And it's all about every school. They're different. The communities are different. But we're in a different time where families and people are suffering because of unemployment, monies to buy grocery and gas and rent. All those things follow students to school every day, even though we want them to come in to do these diagnostics that we're talking about, and I love that, and we're doing better, but we don't know what baggage they bring with them when they come in. So restorative justice, counseling, having that relationship, and identifying when you can see a child or groups that you know you have to help. Help them before they get in trouble. But it is a job that is a continuous, ongoing process from the team of people that work within our schools to get it done. They still have their job to do every day with teaching and learning and academics, but we have a new job now, and it's always been a job, but the social and emotional piece is just off the charts where we are concerned as it relates to children, because they get on these buses and they come in every day, or they walk, or they ride with their parents, and sometimes they may not even have the relationship at home, and they're seeking help at the school. And it doesn't take but one person to say something bad about you, that if you don't know how to handle it, you want to fight. And then you fight, and then somebody else runs to see the fight, and we tell kids, don't run to a fight, get away from it if you see it, but you know it's exciting. Oh, absolutely. So, yeah, as a result, you know, and so we all have to kind of work together. And so we have to be out when there are large numbers, especially. We have to be in place. So today I was just another member at Royal Palm Beach High School just to observe, and nothing happened. It was great. I loved it. I'm going to just go back again tomorrow. And we're putting a system in place at Royal Palm Beach High School to see if we can get maybe some additional officers or some additional resources. I looked at a piece, and I know Ms. Flemings is looking at it, where I'd like to get some more picnic tables in that little area out there by the cafeteria in the back, you know, and fix that up, because kids do want to have some solace when they finally get a minute outside of the classroom to relate to their friends. So I was making a few notes as I was watching everything on what I could take back to the superintendent that could help make Royal Palm Beach even better, you know, just from looking at my experiences and knowing some of the things that I know children are looking to do. So it was a great day today there, and tomorrow is going to be wonderful, and everybody's going home for spring break. But one of my big jobs that I will be doing is finding out who the parents are of the children who have been acting out and how I can reach them. I did give Ms. Flemings my cards today as she was working through her investigative process, but I wanted parents to know that there is another member of the team that's looking out for your child, that want to make sure that if you need a call or you need someone to talk to, that you do have a board member that is in charge of all of this area, that will be there for you. Even though it's in the critical midst of your child acting out, they're still our children, even though they made a mistake. And whatever consequences on how we move them forward, we all have to work together and know that it's not the end for anybody. They made this mistake, and we work them back into the process so that they can be successful. And it all starts with the emotional piece and the mental piece. Some of these students have good grades, have high academic achievement, but for something that's happened to them that we don't know about, we've got to find out about that and get that back on track. And we've been talking about it here at this meeting. So that's something that I'm working on a whole lot with all of my schools, not just Royal Palm Beach High School. I'm in the Glades at Pahokee and Glades Central, Seminole Ridge. I mean, we have a lot of things happening. You may not hear about it. It may not make the news. At the board meeting yesterday, it was funny, the Channel 12 guy came up on the dais and said, I need to speak to you. And so they said, what, for what? And so Mr. Bobby said, well, that's the person that's Royal Palm Beach High School. And so I said, well, I'll talk to you and I'll tell you. I've been a principal. Fights happen. We have to investigate and figure out what the causes are. We have to get solutions for children. We're getting out of a pandemic, but we've been in a pandemic for 2 years. And so we have to figure out how we can help the children. Yeah, they've made mistakes. Kids do make mistakes. That's why they're growing up. They're not adults yet, and they make mistakes. So, and that kind of shuts the press down a little bit, but they do love to put the video on the camera and have people click in and say, oh, somebody was fighting. Well, it does happen. But after the fight is over, we've got to get it right. We've got to get it right for the children, for the teachers, for the schools, for the community. and we have to tell the story that is happening all over the country. High levels of stress, anxiety, and mental health plagues the schools all over the country. Yeah, and so we don't have to get overexcited about that. But I planned my day today and canceled everything else I had because I had a wonderful time being on the campus. And I'm driving a lot of places all the time, working with the schools. And I must tell you, the village, you're in a great place here with excellent schools, excellent leaders and teachers and students. And I'm just happy to serve you. Do you have any questions?
Anybody, Jennifer? Anybody? No?
I have a
Yes,
question.
please, ma'am.
I know you all stepped up the counseling and things during this COVID thing, but has there been any kind of group where kids have been able to come together as a group and vent as a group? Because one of the things I noticed that has happened with the COVID is that kids are disillusioned with their parents from what they saw their parents and how they saw their parents behave during this COVID. Some of the high school kids, especially, and older middle school kids, they had their freedom taken from them having to babysit their younger siblings.
Yes.
And they may not come individually to a council. There maybe needs to be a group kind of thing where they can vent and they'll find out, oh, so-and-so went through the same thing I went through. We're all kind of went through the same thing. Because what they're doing is they're venting anyway. And they're venting uncontrolled. They need a controlled environment to vent this thing through. Because imagine, you see your parents as hero or whatever, and parents acted a plumb fool behind this COVID thing. And what that does to a child, these are my heroes, and they're acting like that, then I lose my identity.
Well, Crystal, I want to tell you that the principals are awesome. They do bring small groups together with our mental health professionals at the schools, our co-located services. They are working with this because you have to listen. Even with yesterday, a lot of people had different opinions about what happened. And so I've been able to talk to a lot of people to help them to understand these are things that are happening right now. We do have to hear the student voices. Their voices are very important. Mrs. Flemings already knows that, and all of these principals, and we bring them together and have them share with us their feelings because we need to hear from them. They will help us to do a better job with what we need to do. And we know we learn from our students each and every day. And when I saw the beautiful students at Crestwood and the teachers today, and I told them, they said, well, Miss Andrews, this is a one day off, something happened. And I said, well, you know, I was in the school with you for so many, many years as a teacher and a principal, and I know what happens from day to day. It could be a great day today, and tomorrow something could happen. And we just have to get back on track and do what we have to do and help resolve the issues. And I saw a positive spirit from all of the teachers and the support team at Royal Palm Beach High School today. And as I work with the different schools across the district, I see that support. They love the children. They want to help them. They recognize that we really do have a lot of serious issues emotionally and socially. And it really comes from the stress that everybody's going through. And we don't know the level of stress anybody's household is going through. But they're trying to come to school every day, and we're glad they're there. And we don't want to send them home and suspend them. We need to find an activity and action for them for their success. And as a board member, this is what I try to do with all of my schools and my principals and my parents, to let them know when they're upset because their child has been suspended and something has happened. I told them it's not the end of the world. Let's see how we can get the positive piece out of this to get your child back on track. I met a parent today over at Royal Palm, and it was a wonderful ending. Thank you, Lisa, for helping me get that wonderful ending with that parent. You know, I just happened to know her from the community, and we just all have to communicate, work together, because we all love the children, and we want them to be successful. I thank you all so much.
Councilman O'Mara, you good?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, you know, I watched Miss Andrews engage, and on the ground is what she does and what she does so well. We're very, very fortunate to have that. I actually try to follow that model because it seems to work so well.
There's no way you are keeping up with that woman. That's what I'm telling you
No,
right now. I've watched you walk in the neighborhood. There's no way you're keeping up with that one. Thank you, Ms. Andrews. Okay, Ms. Alexandra, let's hear some. You've outed yourself about, you're done. I get it.
We heard the senior thing.
You know, I'm
Senioritis
dual
is hitting
enrollment,
you.
you know.
Listen, I get it. No, look, nobody's judging. Right, she's
So,
already there. So,
I'm going to Florida State University in the
oh my goodness.
fall. So I'm very excited for that. Moving on to my report. March 25th, half of our student council will be attending FASC in Naples, Florida, which stands for the Florida Association of Student Councils. We will submit a medallion book and project books to enter a competition with all of the other schools in Florida. This past week was International Women's Day, and Ms. Fleming surprised the staff with pink donuts, and student council helped decorate the teachers' lounge with inspiring quotes and banners. We are teaming up with HLJ for a propagation project for Mother's Day, where the students will hand out plants to their moms. For our state project, which is mental health, we will take a trip to Big Dog Ranch to play with some puppies for the day. So that's a project I'm really excited about. So yes, that's all I have for today.
Well, there's two things about you that we've enjoyed the most. You're as kind and as fresh and as energetic as any young human being I've ever met. You just don't find a negative in what you do. We call them energy vampires, and you don't attune to that. You kind of take your own drum, and you know what? And you never leave anybody else behind. And I think that says a lot about you, Alexandra.
you.
And we've really, we can't wait to see you at the FSU having a good time and enjoying yourself. And remember, though, the greatest thing about civic duty is to come back and, if you can, and kind of give back with what you've gotten. And you seem like you're pretty smart about that. And we just want to say thank you. And Michelle, thank you for loaning her to us, because this is we've never had a bad student yet. They're just amazing, and we're just very excited. And that you're busy. I've been in high school twice, and you're like, here she goes. It's like, okay. But thank you for all you've done for us, and wish you the best in everything you do. And you've been amazing. You set the bar higher and higher, so this is great for us to see. So thank you for our Alex. That's what we say, right? Very nice. Very nice.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm so lucky to be on the board and learn from each and every one of you guys. So thank you for that.
Well, you're just here to keep, Councilman Hamera just moving. Give him, make sure he stays in tune.
Right.
I've been her personal assignment.
I keep them updated, right?
Let's do, Leah. Anything you want to report on? Anything you want to say today, or? No. Oh, this is okay. Denise, what about you? Nope. Ms. Ryan's good. Ms. Crystal?
Well, the speaker stole a bit of my thunder because Dr. Nance hit me to the paper, and I took the parent tutorial, and then I called parents, and we were all excited. So there's a free parent tutorial on there to teach the parents how to use it and everything. So Dr. Nance hit me to that. So
That's
I
great.
was spreading it around.
There you go. Thank you. Councilman, anything you want to share?
No, nothing except I'm going to check out that parent tutorial. That sounds like something really worthwhile. So thank you.
Well, everyone, again, it's been a great thing. Michelle, listen, we know how good you're doing up there. It's just great to see you got great support, and we've been very proud of you. Lisa and your team over there, it's been a great thing. And one event never identifies what you're doing, because I hear super, super good things here all the time. So always remember, this is a team effort. We're all in this together. This is what we do. James, thank you for bringing your expertise to the table. I sure appreciate it. He, just so you know, Miss Andrews, he walked by some dirt where kids couldn't walk. By that afternoon, that dirt was gone. So this is how good he is. So this is another one we share that. And anything for me, I think we're getting stronger as a community. I think we're getting stronger as a school system. I think we're getting stronger as a group that supports each other. And not everybody has this in their community, and we should be very grateful that we have this, and we have the ability. These aren't aha moments. We're here to help each other. We're not here to judge. We're here to how can we help you? How can we help you get this plan together? How can we help you, in what we need to do? And Lord knows we've got the best board member in the history of the world today, and we know this, and so it's very important. And I just want to, again, end with Jeff. I want to let him know how much we appreciate his leadership in the Educational Advisory Board, what he does to, let us have the ability to come here and do these things and share these great ideas and collaborations from the council. It's not always the easiest thing to do and fight on that, and we're just blessed to have him on our team. So I want to give Jeff a little hand. I appreciate that. I need a motion for approval of the minutes from last month.
Motion to approve the minutes of the
And I need a second? Okay. That's it. All right, everyone, here's the deal. What you don't understand, Alex, is spring break is they'll want it more than you do, just so you know. So it's teachers, administrators, everybody have a great break in that. Thank you again, everybody, okay?